Hey, this is Gold Turkey. We're talking about Fallout New Vegas. Pretty awesome, super happy fun time. Right now we're in Prim. More specifically, we're in the Bison Hotel, chopping this convict to pieces. What are we doing in this hotel? Well, we're looking to complete a couple of quests, is what we're doing. First of all, when you get into the main room, there's going to be a computer terminal you can hack, disengage the lock, and there should be a key on this edge of the table. Now, you'll notice right away that there is no key on this edge of the table, because what happened is the beginning of the fight with said convict, when I came in here, he threw a stick of dynamite and it blew the key to the other end of the room. First time I've ever seen that happen, actually. I've played through the game twice before and I had never I'd never seen anything like it. So it was pretty interesting. But I should be able to find it here pretty soon. Where is that it? Yep. Okay. So we got the key. Why do we need the key? Well, the key isn't necessary. It just makes things about a billion times easier. Because instead of running through a whole pack of escaped convicts and probably getting gunned down in the process, we can go through the back way, chop this guard into pieces, and as always, make sure to do some loot. Ooh boy, I'm running low on weight. Probably not going to be able to loot too much more if I'm going to have to go back and sell some stuff. Any hoozle. This is Deputy Beagle right here. So this is the guy we want to talk to for the quest, My Kind of Town, and They Went That Away. Remember, They Went That Away is sort of our main quest chain, where we want to know where the people who shot us in the head, where they went. Deputy Beagle has information pertaining to that quest. And then the other quest, My Kind of Town, we need to quote-unquote rescue Deputy Beagle, although he can die and we can still complete the quest, because we're eventually going to want to find a sheriff for Prim. So before we fix Beagle up, so to speak, and take care of these escaped convicts, pull out a gun, pull out Chance's knife, whatever you got to do. And remember, of course, I have Chance's knife, because in the beginning of the game, there was that little terrain exploit you could do. Woo, red hot knife, baby. Oh yeah, that's got to hurt when you get stabbed with that. So loot these guys. Oh boy, I'll loot that incinerator, yep. Okay. So, Deputy Beagle, instead of actually talking to him, first of all, I like to pickpocket him. Go behind him, grab his journal, and the journal, and you go into your data miscellaneous, is going to show you where to go next for They Went That Away. You're going to have to talk to him to complete My Kind of Town, or, kill him or whatever. But before I do that, I'm going to go all the way back and have to sell off some stuff. My inventory is getting full. Remember, I'm playing on very hardcore mode. And when you play the game in hardcore mode, what you'll find is you'll be running out of room in your inventory quite frequently until you get a companion, of course. That makes it a lot easier. But until you get that, you'll be running out of room a lot. So go in here and the Vicky Vance and talk to Nash and sell some stuff. You're the master seller. I like to sell it, to sell it, sell it. Ooh. But back to what we were talking about. You get that stuff sold, then head back and talk to Beagle. Remember earlier I was saying, Beagle, he's a sissy. He's a wuss. I can't stand the guy. Sometimes I just like to kill him or watch him die just for the fun of it. When you're talking to him, at some point in the dialogue, you're going to have the option to pass a speech check to bring him along with you. You can do this if you want, but there's a very good chance that Beagle will get cornered and killed when you go to the second floor of the hotel. So, word of warning, be careful with that. But you know what? He makes a good target for all the incoming bullets. Better he gets shot than you, right? So bring him with you anyway, and if he dies, so what? You can still complete the quest. So go around here, loot these soda machines if you can, then go up to the second floor. The second floor is going to have a lot of escaped convicts, and on top of that it'll have the odd room with loot. One room in particular will have some very nice loot indeed. This is not said room. This is just some random lockpick target. Oh, there's an escaped convict. Chop, chop, slice. Ooh, wow. Well, he died a bit quicker than I thought he would. Okay. Deadly with the knife. Looks like Deputy Beagle's cornered. The retard. Alright, so go in here and just start chopping and slicing. Or, if you got your gun out, start shooting. Pew pew, bang bang. So these quests, My Kind of Town, like I said, in My Kind of Town, basically we're going to be setting up Prim with a sheriff so that it doesn't get overrun by convicts or gang members anymore. And They Went That Away. That's your main quest line where we find out which way Benny and his little con buddies went. I can't believe Beagle survived. Unbelievable. To find out where what's his name and his little con butt buddies went, and then you go there and you can take care of them. So go down this hallway. If you got some loots on the way, that's cool. And then eventually you're going to want to check out these rooms. A few of them have nice loots. I'm just probably going to skip most. Oh, there's a little tape you can get. Could be something in there. Okay, there's a few good things in there. Nothing, the varmint rifles are worth almost nothing and take up a decent amount of weight, so I don't loot them typically. Go to the very end of the hallway. There's going to be a door with a lockpick target number. There are drugs on the table. There could be some drugs elsewhere, like by the bathtub. Oh, look at that. So you just scored a bunch of drugs. And that's something we should probably take a second to talk about. Drugs. Drugs are awesome. Jet, Buff Out, Med-X, Psycho, all these things. Slasher. The drugs are great in this game. You're going to come into situations where you're going to need drugs to do more damage and take less damage. So drugs are great. Now that we've talked about that, we went back into the Viking Vance. We're on to the next step of the quest, My Kind of Town. You get Deputy Retard back in here, talk to Nash and say, hey, well, why can't I just reprogram Slim, the robot, to be the sheriff of the town? Wouldn't that work? So you go back here, just find wherever the robot is. He could be anywhere within the building. Talk to Prim Slim, science check, pass that, boom, he's the new sheriff of the town. Congratulations, you completed the quest. Now, that's not the only way you can complete the quest. It's just how I like to do things, because I'm doing things the Cold Turkey 49 way. Another way you could maybe complete the quest is to go talk to that one dude in the correctional facility. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but there's a guy in the correctional facility you can talk to kind of have him go and help out the town. You could even maybe have NCR take over the town. Whatever works. Let's look at the world map so we see where we need to go for My Kind of Town. But before we go that way, we're instead we are wanting to go to the Mojave Outpost. This is a great place to go because there's some merchants and there are some quest givers and there's a quote-unquote potential future companion. Lots of good stuff. As you're heading down the road south, hook a quick right and go up this hill. You should discover the drive-in while you're going through this sort of route. And when you go up the hill, you might going to see some coyotes up here. There's a little hidden stash of loot in a coyote den back up on the edge of this hill. I didn't know about this the first time I played through the game. You got to remember that me commentating this is like my third playthrough of this game. So I tend to know where a lot of things are, but not everything. I am human. I do make mistakes, and that's something I try to always say every time I do a Fallout commentary is, this is not a 100% commentary. I'm not a robot. I haven't memorized everything. I'm not going to explore every single location and loot every single chest and kill every single monster. No, this is just me kind of playing the game. I'll try to do the best I can and do as much as I know, but, probably not going to get 100%. And that's just something you're going to have to live with. So, once we're done with the Coyote Den, that kind of little hidden place, keep heading south. You're going to see that little building to your right. You'll see a couple people outside of the building. You should be able to sneak up on these two dimwits pretty easily and just blow them away. They have almost no armor, so even if you can't manage to sneak up on them, killing them should go relatively quick and easy. Maybe they got some fatty loots on them. Oh, can't loot an intestine. Gotta loot this meat chunk over here. And then there will be some, I think, vipers behind this building back here. So, oh yeah, there it is. It's the patrol station. So behind the patrol station, there should be some vipers. And for some reason or another, I decided to waste some dynamite. I'm really bad at dynamite. You can see I haven't even hit them with my first, 3 shots. Whiff! Whiff! I wish the cars would explode. I really like it when cars explode when you hit them, and then those blow up and kill the people around them. Oh, come on! What's that, 6 whiffs in a row? Okay, there we go. Oh, it's a jackal, not a viper. Okay, these are jackals, not vipers. My apologies. Technically, they're different gangs, but in reality, they do pretty much the same thing. They get in your way and you have to kill them. Boy, I'm really bad with this dynamite. I think I'm going to switch out of the dynamite. Looks like I've been taking some damage at it while I'm out here, too. Go for a long-distance headshot. I really hate using VATS long distance because it seems to just so randomly decide that you hit or miss. A lot of times you end up wasting a bunch of bullets. Close up, I think VATS is great. But a long distance, I think it's horrible. You're better off just manually aiming. Once you're past that station, go up here towards this sign. This is another place you can explore, the Nipton Road rest stop. There's a corpse you're going to want to loot by that sign. I'll take care of that later. The problem is my inventory is I think it's 1 pound away from overflowing at this point. So I'm going to go back later and loot these guys. But for now, I'm going to take out these scorpions. Basically, you can just train these scorpions. Just keep walking backwards. If you have a 6 agility and you're using a one-handed weapon, you should be able to constantly walk backwards and just barely outpace them enough to where they can't hit you, but you can always hit them. So once you've kind of trained a few scorpions and killed them, keep heading up this hill. And remember those 2 statues? You might have seen them in the distance. Well, it's nighttime right now, but if you look up there, you can just barely see the 2 statues. Now we are getting to, there we go. It's kind of fast forward there, the Mojave Outpost. Make sure to read the sign in front of the statues. It could... Oh, and make sure to talk to the... Whoa, was he? Oh, yeah, that's right. The scorpions are still kind of around. Because the scorpions are by me, a lot of NPCs are going to run from me. But make sure to talk to this sergeant guy, the black dude with the beard. Actually, he might not have a beard in your version of the game. Remember, I am running a couple of mods, one of which drastically alters the appearance of several NPCs within the game. Try to find a merchant in this pin if you can. It'll be tough for me because I got scorpions making everybody run. Here we go. So sometimes you'll get traveling merchants in these pins, which is great. So sell some stuff to them. And then once you're done, there's also other merchants that don't rove around, that just typically kind of stay in this area. There's 2 buildings out here, and so we're going to go over here. First building we're going to go to doesn't actually have the merchant, although it does have somebody who has a really good repair skill. The problem with this guy as a item repairer is if somebody can repair your gear and they're not a merchant, it's impossible to get your money back from them once they repair items. So I very rarely use this guy. Matter of fact, this is the only time I do use him, is when I first meet him to upgrade my knife back to full health. And talk to this Ranger Jackson guy, and he's going to give you a quest. But anyway, back to what I was saying is you never really want to use repairmen that aren't merchants, because you can't get your money back from them. When people repair your gear, you can get your money back if they're merchants also by selling them a bunch of stuff that you looted. Hide in the corner around here and you should be able to loot these Sunset Sarsaparilla crates. You know, these crates used to not lose karma when you looted them, and the NCR wouldn't care if you looted them. I don't know if it was the most recent patch or if it's the community patch that I'm running, but now when you loot those crates, NCR gets all mad and tries to kill you. Anyway, so go in here and talk to this lady behind the counter. She's the main merchant of the Mojave Outpost. Sell some stuff to her, blah, blah, blah. You know what it is. You get some cash. You free up some room in your inventory. And then this lady right here is Cass. So talk to Cass, and she is a quote-unquote future potential companion you can have. She's might right pissed when you talk to her, drinking her whiskey and whatnot. So go through the options, and as I had said previously in other commentaries, make sure to listen to what people actually say if you want to sort of immerse yourself in the game and have a good time. I'm just speeding through a lot of these dialogue choices because I've already played the game a couple times, and I want to make these commentaries go by quickly. So go up here and talk to Ranger Ghost. She'll have a quest for you as well. So now we're kind of loading back up on quests, and on top of that, we're done with Goodsprings and Primm, and that's really the starter area of the game. So, oh boy, that door is really nice and howdy. So go back into that building that we sort of skipped by earlier. Go in and, let's see, looks like I'm going to have to switch out here. Repair that. I hate it how they come in and they start parrying all your knife attacks. Really bugs me. So go in here, kill these people. There should be just 2 random. Sometimes they'll have ranged weapons. Sometimes their armor is different. So a lot of what they have and what they use on you is random. Playing Ring Around the Rosie. Let's see. Let's see how long I can play Ring Around the Rosie here. This looks like a fun game. Ring around. Oh, no, you can't. Oh, no. Oh, I'm this way. No, I'm this way. Oh, I'm still going the same way. Oh, did she wise up? Nope. She's still in it. Oh, headshot. Boom. Yeah. Okay. So anyway. Yeah, that was funny. So go into the back of the building. You find some hydras on the desk. And then there's the ammunition crate. There's some cigarettes behind a bench. And there's a corpse with a star cap. And some nice loot on them. You should have taken care of some of the star cap stuff earlier if you looted the star cap from the Goodsprings home. And also dealt with the roving trader that comes up to you after that. Then next we're going to want to go back up into this spot that we also walked by. Remember I had talked about how there should be a corpse by the sign. He will typically have a laser rifle on him, which is fantastic. And then also you can go into the building and loot some things here. Feel free to do that. And that's going to set us up, once we're done looting all these places, to take care of one of the quests we got in the Mojave Outpost. One of the quests, I believe it's called Can You Find It in Your Heart, needs us to go down into this little pass, if you will, and take care of some of these ants. I'm going to go old school style and just use my knife, which I will admit is dangerous because the ants can get a lot of damage off on me. So, if you're scared to die, then definitely stick with your gun. I'm not scared to die. I'm going to charge in and hack and slash. Whoa! Chop, chop, slice, slice, death, death, kill, kill. Like a real man, like a boss. I'm going to be flipping tables on this ant. Come here, ant. I'm going to flip a table on your head. Boom! Alright, so we're done with that, and we're going to head back to Mojave Outpost to talk to Ranger Jackson. Speaking of which, I think that about wraps it up. This is Cold Turkey. Thanks for watching.